But I just want to go back to the book for a minute.
Yeah.
What kind of inspired that? Was it just the momentum of the Instagram page really inspired it, or where did that idea come from?
So the book was the book is called The Mommy Shorts Guide to Remarkably Average Parenting. Mm-hmm. So it was sort of like a combination between the two accounts, like, you know, what I've been blogging about for however many years, like all my personal stories, and also the average parent problems, which was like a lot of the really funny memes.
Yeah.
And then there was also like a ton of just like funny photo submissions and like things that, you know, like the baby mugging and the babysitting, which I think they all made the book in some respect. So it was sort of figuring out a way to combine my personal stories with all the fun photos and graphics and things like that I had been doing. Mm-hmm. So the book was really like, what was kind of awesome about it is that it involved so many of the people that had been following me, because I used a ton of their pictures and I had to get permission to use all that stuff. And I think every single person like said yes. So at the beginning of the book, the first, like, you know, where they say like the copyright and all that, it's like the entire page is filled with like photo credits. Yeah. And those are all my loyal readers, as well as like a lot of my friends and my sister and my mom, you know, because they all have photos in the book. Like, so, and I think it was, you know, I had a lot of people had reached out to me like to write a book, and I think at the time, like, a book is so time consuming, and I knew it was going to be, but I think it was even more so. Mm-hmm. So I think for many years when people were saying, oh, you should write a book, I was kind of like, I don't know if that helps like my end goal, because my goal really was to create an online platform. And to me, like, writing a book sort of took me away from creating what I wanted to create. So I put it off for like a while, and then finally I think I was sort of like getting past those, like, the first 5 years of parenting. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm going to forget all that stuff and be harder to write a book. And I think that is going to be something that I want. So, like, for my family, for my kids, I think, you know, my readers would really enjoy it. So, and it also, like, it just, like, it legitimizes you in a way that, like, you know, just having an online presence doesn't. Yeah. So, so I decided to do it.
Mm-hmm. Do you think you're going to write another one?
I think if I wrote another one, in the same way that I don't think I can blog about a lot of the things that my kids are going through at the moment, and I'm sure that gets even, you know, like, you know, I'm sure that gets even, as they get older, like, it's going to be even more off limits. So I don't think I would write like another, like, this was like this was like my personal stories. Mm-hmm. I don't think that I would do that as far as, you know, like the 5 to 10 years or whatever. I don't, like, 10 years old. I wouldn't do that. I think I do have I've had an idea for a fiction book that I'd like to write. Cool. And I've also, like, been playing around with the idea of writing a children's book. Mm-hmm. But I don't know that I would do like a memoir type book again.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think if you wrote the fiction book, would you use like a different name, or would you do it all under yourself?
I think I would do it as myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it would be cool, because when I did the original book, it was like, you know, it was an extension of the blog and the Instagram. So I think the people who love my stuff, they love the book, and and it all felt very much from one voice. But I feel like maybe people would be even more interested to, you know, read something from me that, like, is totally different from what I put out there in the past.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be the hope anyway.
Mm-hmm.